Hello everyone, my name is Steve Nagel and welcome to the second episode of the Vega Chronicles. In this episode, we'll be looking at races from this past season featuring my friend Ben as well as me and Mike. But before we dive into the races, I'd like to take a moment and talk about our cars a little bit. I'd like to try to find a classification for our cars, if that's possible. I mean, our cars are 50s and 60s and 70s era cars with a few exceptions to the rule, such as my son has a 95 Camaro, which we'll be looking at in a future episode. I mean, but for the most part, our cars are all steel cars. I mean, it has all the glass, most of the interior, most of it anyhow. I mean, our end game is not to make a race car. Our end game is to make a cool car that you can drive on the street, you can race occasionally. There is a far cry, I believe, from a street car that you race occasionally and a race car that you drive on the street. The end game is just to have a cool car. You can go to cruises, have fun with it. Again, the lines are blurred a little bit with today's TV shows. I mean, a lot of these shows, they define them as street cars. Well, I think they're only street cars in name only. I don't think you're driving those down the road to a cruise. But it's not to throw shade at them. I mean, I like a lot of these cars. I like, there's nothing the matter with that. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. And when I go back to the drags, I love looking at these cars. I mean, I love race cars, but that's just not what we're about. That's not what me and my friends do. We are, try to make cool cars, try to make them go fast. If we are racing them, it's basically against ourselves to see if we can better it. I mean, every once in a while we like to try to humiliate each other and beat them somehow, but it's all good fun. It's not real serious. I mean, but now with that being said, I am addicted to racing right now. I mean, my Vega, just racing this past season, I had such a good time, and I want to do it more. But I don't see myself as being a racer, getting a trailer and getting a whole thing and driving from racetrack to racetrack. And that's great if you want to do that. I can't stress how much I think some of these cars are cool. I mean, super cool, super dedicated, a lot of money, dedication, a lot of know-how to put these cars together. But it's not for me and most of my friends. We just like the street cars, make them go fast, do a burnout every once in a while on a closed course with a professional driver like me. But these are definitely just fun cars. Now, I hope I defined it a little bit more than confused you. But so let's look at some races now. Okay, let's look at this first race. It's an epic race. I mean, it's featuring my friend Ben in his Trino. He calls it the two-faced Trino, and it's going up against the car formerly known as the Vegas Slayer. Now it's the Trino Killer, driven by Mike. Now, at a glance, I think the Trino looks like it's outgunned. I mean, just the size and the Mustang too. To me, that's like a wicked car, a wicked street car anyhow. And it looks like he's outgunned, but you're not talking about just a regular Joe Blow. You're talking about Ben, and he's going to even the odds the best he can. So what he does, in secret, he puts nitrous on it, just for this one race. I mean, he's not making a nitrous car. He's putting nitrous on it just for this one race. So that's who we're dealing with. Ben, I talked to him. I'm trying to get him on camera. He agreed to an interview. I'm not sure if I'm going to make that happen this episode, or I'd like to make it happen this episode, but if not, definitely an episode down the road. But let's take a look at how this race works out. Okay, here's the big race of the night, and Trino is in the near side, and the Trino Killer is in the far side, the Mustang 2. By this time, we all knew about the nitrous. We're all hoping for the best, expecting the worst, or however that goes. There I come behind. The race I'm about ready to have is with a LS Camaro. It was a pretty good race. I want to see if I can't find that in the archives. I haven't seen that race for a while. But so they're lining up to race, and they take off.
something didn't take with Ben's car. Not sure what happened. I think it hurt it a little bit, but it was definitely a great effort by Ben.
So the first race didn't really work out very good for Ben, but that was Friday night, and Sunday morning was another test and tune, and he comes rolling in with his white Monte Carlo, gunning for me. So I have my Vega. He has a white Monte Carlo. I don't really know nothing about the car. It has some type of pro stock wing on the back, but a little bit of trash talking going back and forth. Just a good time. So let's see how the second race works out for Ben.
And here's the race Sunday morning. This is after he had the meltdown with the Trino. And there's him and his Monte Carlo, Ben and his Monte Carlo, me and my Vega. By this time, I was getting a little confident. I was getting some good lights. And I had no idea about what the Monte Carlo could do, although it is Ben. You never know what he's bringing. So we line up and let's see how this goes. I think the best part is that I get a really good light. I mean, it's almost a perfect light. But with that being said, I'm not kicking Ben when he's down. It was a great effort, great race, and he's never scared to race. He'll show up with something. And there I am again, lining up against a guy in a white Chevelle. The guy in the white Chevelle, I just saw him in staging lanes. I asked him if he wanted to race, just for the fun of it, you know. My main purpose was, I just think it's an old car going against an older car, just for picture's sake. I have nothing against racing anything, but just for the fun of it. And he was really cool about it. And so were the people working the racetrack. They let me jump in line to race this guy. All for fun. This is all just test and tune. This is fun stuff. And by this time I was getting a little overconfident with the light. I was getting some good lights. And as you see, as you will see, I get a little bit overconfident. But so he's staging, and I'm staged already, I believe. He's taking a little longer to stage. So I guess I was getting a little too antsy. And I red light like an idiot. It's a shame. It would have been a cool race to see. It would have been a cool race just to race, but I still had a great time. No complaints. I'm on a quest today to try and find a couple of my friends to get their faces on camera so you can put the faces with the names. My friend Ben, the California Kid, the owner and driver of the Torino and the Monte Carlo, as well as a 57 Chevy 4-speed car, really cool. You didn't see that one yet. Ben agreed to an interview. Due to poor weather, I just didn't track him down yet. That's my fault. I'm really looking forward to talking to him on camera. Interesting dude. So, but for right now, let's see if I can track down any of my friends, just so just so you can get a face on camera. It's Saturday right now. I like to have the show go to editing by now, so I don't want to waste too much time. But and future shows, I'll definitely have these people on. Again, it's been poor weather, and some of the people are a little bit camera shy, but we'll get over that fast enough. So, okay, I see who I can rustle up here. I'll see you in a little bit. Hi everyone, this is my friend Tommy DePaul. I told you I'd try to get some of my friends on camera. Everybody else backed out. I tried to get Ben, I couldn't find him. Mike said he wasn't camera ready, which I don't know what that means. He might need a haircut or something like that. So this is my friend Tommy DePaul. In future episodes, we'll be going over some of the cars that he has. Cool 55, 70 Nova, right?
69.
69 Nova. Some really cool cars, but I promise you I'd get you a friend on camera. I did. And in future episodes, we'll dive in a little bit deeper. Thank you very much. Okay, so that's the end of the episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. Remember to hit the subscribe button and the like button.
And I'd like to thank a couple people before I sign off here for today. My friend Mike, who did not appear on camera today, but he will. He's a authority on all things cool and old school. My friend Tommy, who did appear, as well as Ben, who I was trying to hunt down. I couldn't find him. I mean, he's willing to come on. I can't wait to get him on, as well as my family. Everybody's so supportive. I mean, I'm enjoying this so much, and also I'm so blessed to have the people I do around me. I'm really enjoying this all. I cannot wait for further episodes. This is just a fun thing for me to do. And I hope you guys enjoy it too. Thank you very much, and God bless.